Hey, what's going on? Alright, I'm Brian, I'm your host. I know you're really excited to get going on this, but you need to take some time, get a piece of paper, get ready to take some notes. Take this serious, turn your phone off. I got the guys in the other room. They're getting ready to tell you exactly what's going on. So this is a moment in time where you need to take this serious. You need to shut off all distractions, make sure and take notes. This can impact you for the rest of your life. Right? This moment can impact you, your family, for the rest of your life when you learn about Bitcoin and you learn about how it's, just last year, it went from like $2,000 to 4,500. So we're talking like another jump to ridiculous amounts of money. I need you to pay attention, take notes, and I'm going to join you in the other room right now with the guys. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the other side.
Join me. I got a whole house full of Bitcoin miners. We got Dave over here, one of my good buddies, mining away on it. And we thought we got good internet. Let's do a Zoom before my internet dies out on me like last time.
Yes. This is our second call with one of the original co-founders of BitClub Network, our Bitcoin and Ethereum mining operation up in Iceland. And last time when he was in Sicily, as he tends to trot around the globe, the internet connection wasn't good. So we had some audio problems. But we're going to make up for that now. So tell us what's going on up there, Joey.
The reason is because Bitcoin is a deflationary currency, right? For the new people out there, the supply of Bitcoin is fixed at 21 million Bitcoin. And it can constantly, is the reward for the miners is cut in half, which makes it a deflationary currency, which means as the supply goes down and the demand goes up, the value goes up. This is why we've watched it go from $1 to $10 to $100 to $1,000 of Bitcoin, is because it's the opposite of this government-run fiat currency. This, when the government goes print, and the banks print all this money, inflation, it makes all of our money worth less and less and less. Inflation is theft. Inflation is a tax. And, if we did that, we'd go to jail, right? I mean, it's illegal to counterfeit, but they do it. They get away with it. So now we can use our own currency, our own Bitcoin that they can't manipulate, that's backed by math. 2 + 2 will always be 4. And I can trust that more than I can trust some banker, some bureaucrat, some politician. You go around the world, look at China and Venezuela hyperinflating the currency, everywhere, Mexican peso in Argentina. I mean, all over the world, wherever the governments are tyrannical and stuff, Bitcoin flourishes. Everyone's like, hallelujah, finally we have a choice. We don't have to get stolen from via our government. So it's bigger than just, we got these machines that print money, we make all this money, travel around the world, have fun, which is fun, but we actually get to change the world too. We get to actually free humanity. That's what's really exciting. So, all good. So I got Corey here. Corey has been following us for the last couple of months around the world as we bring Bitcoin and the blockchain to the world. It's been pretty exciting. We were at the Sahara Desert, whipping across Morocco and doing Bitcoin blockchain. There's lots of people that don't even have bank accounts, so Bitcoin is really easy for them to set up a wallet and instantly conduct business with anyone, anywhere in the world. We did Mount Everest the month before. Rented helicopters and did the hikes in the Himalayas. And next month we're going to Necker Island with Richard Branson and all these Bitcoins and blockchain summit out there. And the next month we're in fighter jets in Russia, going to the edge of space and doing all these epic adventures while also bringing Bitcoin to the world, right? So it's like interesting, how can you make money everywhere? And with BitClub, you can, because Bitcoin knows no borders.
Absolutely. And by the way, I want to be you when I grow up, by the way.
We got the sizzle done, and now we're actually filming episodes. Tomorrow we go to Pork Fest in New Hampshire, and then we go to Montana and all these. It's fun, and they're all Bitcoin type related, free energy, new disruptive technology things. So it's interesting. It's cutting edge, and so just trying to get an army of people that want to change the world. We want to help people stay healthy so they don't need to be slaves to the pharmaceutical cartel. We want to get people out of the bank so they don't have to be debt slaves to the banking cartel. We want to get everyone off the grid, generating their own free electricity and driving Teslas so they don't have to be slaves to the oil cartel, etc. I want to free humanity, and that's what this is all about. And that's why it's so exciting for me and why I can just do it every single day and not get tired.
Absolutely.
Last week I was in Malta, and we had a lunch, and she decided to fly up to Iceland to come and
Awesome.
check out there. She's really excited. So we're now training people who will train people who train people about what is Bitcoin, what are wallets, what is the blockchain, what's an exchange, how can we get started, what's Google Authenticator, how to protect ourselves from, getting our identities stolen, and all these things that are important when we're dealing in, the information age, the digital age, this whole Internet 2.0 thing. And, in the information age, of course, everybody that gets information first and applies that knowledge can position themselves to make a fortune. And it's not knowledge that's power. It's in the application of that knowledge. And that's what we're, encouraging people to do is let's apply that knowledge. So basically this week we've been up here in Iceland, and we've done all the fun stuff you can do. I mean, we went to a party in the glacier. They actually carved a hole into the glacier, and it was interesting. A big secret solstice thing. We went to the data center. About 200 members from around the world, from Japan and China and Korea and Europe and America, all over the world. People were flying in to see our data center, and we didn't even actually announce that we were even doing this. This was kind of just like I posted it to the Skype chat, and a couple other people shared the link. And before I know it, we've got 200 people in. We got 4 bus loads full of people. And so Corey's got some great photography drone, the data center with video, and of course, droned over the Blue Lagoon and the geothermal power plant, so everyone can see how we run our data center. We're in Iceland because it's the cheapest electricity in the world. It's geothermal. It's hot water that's boiled by a volcano. So we're turning a volcano heat into Bitcoin. That's basically what we're doing. And or Ethereum, or whatever you want to mine. I mean, we've got the ability to point your power, so you can mine Ethereum one day, Zcash the other day, Monero the next. Whatever you think is going to be the most profitable, coin or digital asset, if you will.
The circle is amazing, and what blockchain is offering is also like, I still need to learn more, but I've already kind of getting the idea of it. But I can see that it's something that's definitely like there's a huge future for not just me, but just tons of people that I plan to get in and work with on this.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's literally the license to print money, and I'm one of the newest co-founders in Big Club after being informed about it from my buddy Daryl Hill here, another ex-Marine who introduced me to Joby, and we looked through the whole operation, the whole opportunity, and it is totally legit and it's totally profitable. And everything that goes into my cryptocurrency investment group, which I just posted the link to in the chat, gets my personal blessing. So I will not recommend anything in there that I haven't vetted myself, invested in myself, tried out, and so forth, and I'm really sure of. So we protect all our members in there from a lot of the scams and schemes that are out there. But it's cool also for sharing this opportunity, and it's not mandatory to share a BitClub with anyone or recruit anyone to make money from your mining. But once you see what a great thing it is, you're going to want to share it, and you can actually earn extra bonuses and commissions from that. So that's a great concept. The original founders set it up in a really ingenious way, in my opinion, and it becomes just a perpetual Bitcoin producing machine for you that you can profit from for your entire life.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's the smartest business ever invented.
Yeah.
And the reason, you can do it everywhere in the world. You get paid in Bitcoin daily, tax-free. You literally are creating this perpetual money machine with 100% retention, zero attrition. So if you look at like most opportunities out there that are legitimate opportunities that aren't scams, right? I mean, I'd say 99.9% of all the Bitcoin opportunities out there are scams. I mean,
absolutely.
Bitcoin brings out, criminals, hackers, people that are just trying to rip people off, you know, and because it's anonymous, and I mean, all the pluses about about Bitcoin can also be exploited by criminals, and so you got to watch yourself in the space.
Absolutely.
Well, for me, you know, I mean, I've been around since 2010. I got my first Bitcoin at 85 cents a Bitcoin, and I watched to $1 to $10 to $100 to
Yeah. For anyone who doesn't know, it's around
$2,000.
around $2,600 today or something like that.
2,600, 85 cents to $2,600. I put in $200. It's worth $500,000 now. It's
Yeah.
the craziest investment I've ever seen in my life. And so, anyways, it's like, you know, I watch all these deals come and go, collapse. People get ripped off nonstop and all that.
Yeah. Well, they're exploiting the fact that most people don't take the time to become educated about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency and what it really is. And that's what my group's really about, to educate people and show them the different ways that they can invest, not just in BitClub, but buying cryptocurrency directly and so on and so forth, and really steer them in the right direction so they don't fall prey to that. Some of the people who have ended up in my group did so because they got ripped off. So that Facebook group is the No Bullshit Bitcoin Zone, and you'll get the straight dope and the right information in there for sure.
And basically what's happened is this. A lot of people are realizing this is very profitable, right? But the whole reason is, like, we're telling you about this is for you to join us. But here's the deal. When you buy a can of Coke from, you know, 7-Eleven, that can of Coca-Cola costs you $1. If you were to go to Safeway and buy a 6-pack, you'd get it for, you know, 75 cents a can. If you go to Costco and buy it by the case, you get it for like 30 cents a can. And, you know, if you go straight to Coca-Cola and buy it by the pallet, you know, 25,000 cans at a time, you're getting it for like 13 cents a can, right? So what's smarter, buying it for $1 at 7-Eleven or Coca-Cola direct and at 13 cents a can? Well, most people can't buy in the volume we're buying. We buy $10 million of equipment at a time. So when other people are like, I'm going to go mine, I'm going to go on eBay and Amazon or whatever and find a miner and try to figure this out on my own at home, you know, it's like they'll buy $1,000 unit. We get that same unit for $400 because we buy $10 million at a time. You know, we get a
Absolutely.
and we got this data center in Iceland.
Definitely an economy of scale. Yeah, definitely an economy of scale at the size. Yeah, the size that you're doing it, and also the advantage being that ASIC miners, they take a lot of electricity, they run really hot, and they run really loud. So you don't want those in your house. And
no. Some people do. Some people order it and literally try to start mining in California. They'll sit on this call and they'll be like, I can do that. I can do that better because I'm, yeah. And then they buy the $1,000 unit we got for $400. They bring it to California where power is 40 cents a kilowatt hour. And here we are doing it for 6 cents a kilowatt hour. And then, you know, they'll get on the internet. I'm not making any money. Mining's not profitable. It is profitable if you join us. You know?
Absolutely. And for everybody watching, I mean, this is a plug and play ownership investment. So all you have to do is join and buy whatever size shares you want and leave it. You don't have to do a damn other thing. And the thing is, even if you don't know everything you want to know about Bitcoin yet, I think you should know by now that you want some. And, you know, why buy a piece of gold when you can own a piece of the gold mine? And that's basically the equivalent of what we're doing here.
Good point. Good point. That's a great. Why own a piece of gold when you can own the gold mine that generates endless gold? I mean, think about it. Some people always argue with me, well, it's so much smarter for me to just buy and hold Bitcoin or buy. I look at it like you buy 1 Bitcoin or you buy an ounce of gold and you put it in your vault or your safe at home. And 5 years later, you come back. Guess how much gold you still have? 1 ounce of gold is in there collecting dust, or 1 Bitcoin. It just sat there for 5 years, did nothing. Whereas what we're doing, we take that value, that ounce of gold, but instead of buying an ounce of gold or that Bitcoin, we turn it into Bitcoin mining hardware, which then generates us an endless supply of Bitcoin. You come back 5 years later, now you got 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 Bitcoin, right? I mean,
Absolutely.
Put your money to work for you and generating cash flow. Buy an asset instead of taking 50 grand and buying yourself a Mercedes Benz. You can take that 50 grand and buy an asset that pays the monthly car payment. 3 years later, the car is paid for, yet you still have that asset generating cash flow to buy you jet skis or a motorboat. That's the philosophy, is putting your money to work, buying assets, and then have the asset by the doodads, as Robert Kiyosaki says.
Yeah,
and
straight out of Rich Dad Poor Dad. Exactly.
Exactly.
So yeah,
You know,
absolutely. I mean, because by owning this mining equipment, by owning these shares, you're, instead of buying and holding Bitcoin or whatever other cryptocurrency, you're manufacturing it. You're getting it from the source. So